Hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of Whiskey Callin' here. It's a nice Wednesday evening, and you know what? We're coming up on Canada Day here in Canada. It's what's the 23rd of June today, so in about a week or so, it's Canada Day, July 1st. So, I thought I'd do a little bit of a tribute here. Say, hey, what a great time to look at some Canadian ryes. Hey, Canadian rye whiskey. And before we get started, I'm going to kind of feature a couple, but I just want to throw up an audible mention here to Pemberton Rye, 12 years. I just finished the bottle, so that's why I can't do the review now for you guys on this one. But it's sort of a real nice bottle. I wanted to mention. I'm probably going to buy it again and probably do a review. But this was really, really nice. I mean, this moved really quickly off the shelf. Enjoyed it a lot. So I hope to do a review later at one time, but I thought I'd mention it now. And if you get a chance, pick it up. Really, really enjoyed it. But today, I kind of thought the feature one I'm going to try is Lot 40 Dark Oak. I just picked this up last weekend. Really been enjoying it. Absolutely fantastic. Not to give away spoiler alert. I like it. But anyways. Thought I'd taste it for you guys, and then we're going to kind of have a secondary compare contrast with another Canadian rye. This one's kind of an interesting, unique one. It's from Park in Banff, Canada, and Banff, Alberta, Canada, and it's a Glacier rye, and what it really is, it's unaged grain spirit, and I've actually really been enjoying this. We were actually down at this. Near this distillery in Banff about a year ago, and really, really kind of enjoyed it there. And so I picked this up recently, and I actually really been enjoying this. So I thought it'd be kind of a fun thing for Canada Day as well, as we come up on it here. But anyway, so I'm gonna pour this Lot 40 here. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. I hope you guys have a dram yourselves here tonight. Oh, that wasn't really the best cork, but took part of it off too quick, I guess. But yeah, pour myself a dram of this. I hope you guys got something out. Hope you're enjoying it. This dark oak. Look at that nice dark color. Look at that, hey? Beautiful, beautiful. Let me see here. So what does it say? Lot 40, dark oak. It's 100% rye. It's aged twice in new oak barrels for depth of flavor, it says here. 48% alcohol. And let's see here. Actually, just the lighting here is a bit hard for me to read this, but I think it basically just sort of repeats talking about the twice barreling process here. So, I've tried, it says at the top here, darker, bolder, unmistakable. So it's something that I've tried. I've tried the Lot 40 regular. I've tried the Lot 40 cast strength. Really like both of those. But this one here, so far, I've kind of taken a real liking to it. So I'm just gonna, hope you got one yourself. If you got one of these yourself, let me know if it's the same tasting notes that you have. So first, gonna see what it smells like. Yeah, almost getting kind of right now, almost a bit of a cherry. Yeah, I can get that cherry. You've almost gotten a little bit at times, almost a little bit of a blueberry, tarty kind of berry almost. There's a little bit of sweetness in there. Like almost just maybe a slight, almost a slight, maybe light brown sugar almost, I'm getting right now. But yeah, nice kind of a sweet nose. Yeah, very nice smell to it. Let's see what it tastes like. Yeah, so it kind of has a kind of a sweet opening to the sip. And then kind of midway, it kind of has this sort of alcohol push, a little bit of some burn and spice at the back end as well, but it's kind of got that sweet almost tardiness to it. I actually almost say a little bit of a raisin flavor to it in a way. It's got a nice, I tried this for the first time around a campfire, and so since that I kind of associate it with a bit of a smoky kind of a taste and smell to it, and kind of the dark, the dark oaky kind of flavor as well, obviously. So you can definitely get that oak, aftertaste for sure. There's definitely kind of definitely layers to it, and kind of a heaviness in a good way. It's to me it's heavier tasting than regular Lot 40 for sure. Like regular Lot 40, a little sweeter, a little bit of a lighter sweetness. This has got kind of a heavy, it feels like a serious drink that you're drinking, but at the same time has sort of a tardy fruit kind of element to it, with some good alcohol sensation and some good spice near the end as well. Try another sip. Give me another look at that bottle there. Good looking bottle. I just like the color, the kind of the coloring of the bottle. It's a really nice, relaxing drink. I kind of find great in the outdoors. I bet you this would be great in the wintertime too. Boy, really, really nice. Yeah, I think the bottom line of this one is, to me, it's complex. It's got a lot of different parts to the journey, so to speak. When you take the sip, it's just got a little bit of everything in it. It's got a little bit of sweet, got a little bit of tart, got a little bit of to me, almost still a smoky, charred, spicy element as well. All kind of happening at the same time in a very good way. You kind of have that moment where you're a little bit confused as to what you're drinking, what you're tasting, what you're feeling. And so you kind of lose a moment in time as you're as your palate is sorting through that, which I love in any whiskey. I mean that's a great part of any whiskey, if you can get that. Some whiskeys are a little bit too not layered enough, obviously, and don't do that to you. This one definitely does. So highly recommend this one. And and as a little contrast here, I'm going to throw out, this is sort of a fun one. Is this Park Glacier Rye. It says Glacier Rye Unaged Grain Spirit, and what it says here is, we distill in the purest place on the planet. Our water originates at 6 Rocky Mountain glaciers, and our grain is sourced from high altitude family farms in the Alberta foothills. Our spirits are like no other in the world, because there's no other place in the world like Banff. It says, from 100% locally farmed Alberta rye, double pot distilled in our hand-built Coates copper still. The remarkable nature of the 100% heart-cut spirit demanded we bottle some unaged. The way a sky blue glacier-fed lake demands you dive right in, which you don't, because it's freezing. Okay, so this is really interesting. So obviously, it's unaged here, so it's got no coloring at all, which kind of confuses you when you drink it. You put it in the glass, and you're so used to drinking colored whiskey that kind of throws you a little bit. But I've been kind of taking some sips of this here and there, as you can see. It's worked its way down a little bit, and I tell you, I keep going back to it and enjoying it. Like I want to try it on a regular basis here, and it's kind of been a nice, pleasant surprise. When I was in Banff, I bought I bought some Park whiskey. I'm trying to remember the exact what the name of the exact flavor was that I bought, but I really, really enjoyed it. Actually, a lot. And you know, to this day, I wish I would have bought more of it because it was really nice. So you know, so I've had a good perspective of Park. I noticed. I think it's a maple rye is one of their main finished products. I think I have that right. And so I've hesitated to try that just because sometimes I find maple can be just a little bit too sweet. You know, for example, I love Knob Creek across the board, but then I bought their maple, and I'm like, oh boy, that is so sweet. So I haven't really tried that one, but this has got a really interesting taste to it. So I'll tell you what I'm smelling here first. Oh yeah, so it's very almost a leathery. You know, kind of a combination of leather and grains. I mean, that's just what I smell. Yeah. It's interesting. You know, it smells like an old piece of leather that's been sitting on a wooden bench, you know, workbench for a long time. That's what it smells like. And with kind of that, you know, almost like a woody or weedy kind of straw. I mean, it really smells like you've been out in a wood shop in the country. There's some animals around. There's hay. There's leather. There's wood. That's what I'm smelling here. Well, let's see what it tastes like. You know what? Almost getting on the palate here. Almost getting a little bit of a licorice, black licorice taste. A little bit of that weediness, the weediness I was smelling comes through in the palate as well. But it's turned into a bit of a licorice sort of taste to it, which I do recall as well. But in a really pleasant, way, not overbearing, but in a really nice subtle way. Let's try another sip here. You know, I kind of forgot to clear my palate. I'm going to clear my palate here. Hope you guys are enjoying the summer. You know what? It was one of the latest days of the year. There two or 3 days ago. Like, you know, it's whatever time it is right now. I think it's, what time is it? It is, I can't see from here. But yeah, I think it's getting to be well past 8, almost 9 o'clock. And look how light it is out. You know, so far north we live. It's fantastic this time of year. Doesn't get dark for a long, long time. So kind of up enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying the summer too. And let's have another sip of this. Yeah, so second, third sip here. Just getting a little bit more of a, again, that kind of, you know, I would say some of that leathery smell is starting to come through at the back end now as I'm talking more and sipping it. And kind of a leathery, weedy, I mean, you might almost say a slight minty aftertaste. Kind of a light black licorice with a hint of mint. And then that wheat, kind of a, you know what, not really that dissimilar to what you taste in non-peated scotches sometimes. Kind of that weedy, you know, kind of that weedy push or weedy kind of, you know, kind of weedy, slightly bitter combination. You know, I find, you know, like Bamor comes to mind. As Bamor 12, for example, to me has a little bit of that. That's got a little bit of this here in this too. Yeah, you know what? This is really nice. I still find it's a little off. I don't know if off-putting is the right word, but when it's not colored, it just makes you feel like you're drinking a glass of water. So it's a little bit different. But whenever I've had this, I just enjoy it a lot. I just want to have a little bit more, and it's really great. You know what I'm going to do though? I'm going to clear my palate. We're going to go back to the lot 40. It's just fun to do that, just to sort of see, hey, what's that one like now? You know what I mean? Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Let's give this a shot. Oh yeah, go back to lot 40. It's of course it tastes darker. Now maybe that's just psychological, but it's got a richer, spicier. The texture is a little bit richer, it's spicier, a little bit more complex. A little more of a smoky, a little more fruity again. But it's interesting, I gotta tell you, this park, it stands up. I mean, it really does stand. It's actually pretty complex. I was talking before about the lot 40 is quite complex. This is really quite good, and this is why it's funny. I keep going back to it, and that's interesting. That's interesting. In fact, these are really nice. These complement each other quite well. You could sit back and forth in something like this, and it's kind of got a lot of variety going on, and yeah, it's really good. Well, anyways, folks, I thought these are two Canadian products. Canada Day's coming up. Should be nice to celebrate that after quite the long year we've all had with COVID and everything. So hopefully the summer will be great, and we'll all get back to normal as soon as we can. But anyways, folks, have a great day, and we'll see you again soon.